Hello, Educators First community. Marie Kueny here. I'm checking in with you and really looking to expand how you can move your dreams into reality. So, I don't have much of a voice today, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. As you know, this month is all about goal setting here in the Educators First community. And what I want you to do is to really have fun with this. So when we look at truly dreaming big and making those dreams come into our existence, the best way to do that is to have some fun. Okay, so I'm going to share with you two different strategies that you can use. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do though is to get into a space of allowing yourself to actually dream, to really release any pressure of what are you supposed to desire, what goals should you want to achieve. Let that all go. Let it go. And just get in that almost childlike fantasy state of mind. If you could create anything, what would it be? If your life could look any way that really filled you with joy and hope and excitement, what would that be? So get into a state of just allowing yourself to receive some of that information from your subconscious, because there's so many things that we truly desire that just over time and with, society's expectations, we push it down. And it's still within, but we need to give ourselves an opportunity to uncover it and to pull back some of those layers. So take some time to dream, to envision. Now, I'm going to share with you that for the longest time, ever since I was a child, I wanted to be an author. I wanted to write books. And I thought, I'm totally going to do it, of course. Like, it was not a question. You know how you might have students who they say, I want to be a professional athlete. I want to be, I don't know, the big thing now is I want to be a pro YouTuber, right? But they have all of these ideas until someone tells them that it's not realistic. So for yourself, I want you to get into that almost childlike state of imagination where if it was possible, what would it be, right? What would it be? So for my child self, it was to be an author. And as I got older, I just thought, wow, it just takes a lot of time. I don't think I really have the capacity to do that right now. I would like to do it, but it's hard. There's other things that I need to focus on that are more important. And it just kept getting pushed to the side over and over and over again. Until one day, a friend of mine had just a really quick, I think it was maybe just like a 1 or 2 hour workshop on publishing. I thought, okay, well, that's interesting. Let me check it out. Let me try it. And within that workshop, she had us write down, I will become a best-selling author this year, right? So we actually wrote it down on a piece of paper. And something shifted. It started moving into reality. There's something about when we claim it, instead of it just being an idea, maybe a someday, when we claim it, things start aligning in order for it to happen. And it didn't happen right away. Some other things came up. I kind of, again, put it to the side. But then I found that paper and decided, you know what? This needs to happen, right? This needs to happen. And again, I claimed it. And different pieces started falling into place, and I got an opportunity to co-author this incredible book. It's called Powerhouse Women, Survivor to Thriver. I highly recommend that you check it out if you haven't. It's so full of just incredibly moving, captivating stories from myself and several other women who have gone through, as we all have, a lot of stuff, right? And move through it to find our own internal happiness as well as some outward success. And what happened was I actually, because I claimed it for myself, things happened where this book that I co-authored became an international bestseller just 2 months ago. Just 2 months ago. It was amazing. Amazing. And so many of these situations can happen when you take the time to, one, dream, think big, and then to claim it, right? So yes, there's room for the traditional goal setting of, this is what I want to achieve by this date. We put the micro steps in place. There's apps that absolutely is going to be necessary, yet that typically is going to fall flat if you don't unearth and uncover the true source of what you truly desire, what you truly want to bring into the world, what you truly want to create in your own life. Okay? The other thing that I want you to consider, I'll tell another quick story here about, I've always wanted to have a retreat center. I shouldn't say always, but since I was in my early 20s, and that's something that just I really had this passion for, to have this amazing place where women and men, but especially women, could come and heal and just participate in all sorts of different types of healing modalities and be together in community. And it just didn't really come together. You know, there's a lot of components. You know, where is it going to be? How is that going to be financially supported? There's so many logistical pieces, yet I remained holding on to that dream, and then just put it kind of in my heart, right? I put it in my heart, and something began to unfold, and I started playing. And that's the second thing I want you to do, is I want you to get playful. And if you're familiar with Canva, Canva is a wonderful design tool where you can design just about anything in it. I pulled out Canva and I just started playing around, and I made this image of a retreat banner, and it said Goddess of Light Retreats. And I could see myself, I have this I'm so drawn to this idea of expanding our light and connecting lights. And so I called it Goddess of Light Retreats. And I just allowed myself to just play and get into that fantasy world for a little bit. And initially I thought, this is just for fun. This is just for fun. And then something occurred to me. What if this is coming together, not just for the sake of fun or, you know, spending an hour on Canva designing something that's not going to go anywhere, but what if I actually do something about this? And so I put the image out on social media, and the response that I received was incredible. Incredible. Several weeks later now, this was maybe a month ago now that this happened. I'm now leading a retreat for 6 women in Sedona in March. What? Like, it's magic. It's magic. It is, when you can allow yourself to, one, to get real with yourself. Get real about what you want to create. And again, this is You don't need all the pieces figured out. You don't need to know exactly how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, but just get into that state of that childlike, dreaming, fantasy kind of mode, and then play around with it. What might that look like? How might it be expressed in a more real state, right? So when I had actually written down, I am going to be a best-selling author, we're bringing the dream into reality. When I started playing around with that image on Canva, I brought that dream into reality. Just a little piece of it. And sometimes that's all that's needed for almost like a magic to start to unfold. I'm losing my voice now, as you might hear. So I want to leave you with that, though. I want to encourage you to take some time. And it can just be even, if you allow yourself 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day to get into that dreamlike state, and then to do something to bring it into reality in this really playful way. Don't get serious about this, like, oh, this has to happen or else. Play with it. That's where the magic happens, okay? If you have any questions about that or want to connect, reach out. I am here. And you can also feel free to friend me as well if we are not already friends. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. And everyone, take care of yourselves. All right, bye for now.